In today's episode, we will be completing Phase 3 of Project Assembly. In order to do that, we need 2,500 versatile frameworks, 500 modular engines, and 100 adaptive control units. Thanks to our Phase 2 assembly factory, we have already produced and packed all the required versatile frameworks into the space elevator. With our latest addition to our city, our computer and circuit board factory, along with our heavy modular frame factory from the last episode, we are now fully prepped to complete Phase 3. All we need now is an assembly factory. Time for a montage. Hit it! From a factory point of view, this is a very simple build, as everything was hand-fed from storage containers on the first floor. All missing materials will be sourced from the nearby central storage, as the entire building is only meant to produce 100 adaptive controllers and 500 modular motors. The challenging part here, obviously, is the outer 6 pillars, making up the bulk of the building's exterior. The building consists of 4 production floors and 3 logistic floors, with the lowest being the garage floor for vehicle access and the very top being roof access via the elevator. This section has also been designated as a jet and hoverback landing area. Then lastly, we also have a distribution floor where all the required materials will be fed to the rest of the structure. The first floor consists of 3 assemblers producing smart plating and automated wiring. These products, along with motor, rubber, circuit boards, computers, and heavy modular frames, will be funneled to the manufacturers on the floors above. These will then in turn produce adaptive control units and modular motors, which will be transported to the garage floor into truck stops to be collected once the quota has been met. Moving outside, we can now have a closer look at the angled arches supporting the structure. These are very similar to our modular frame factory, with some adjustments of course. Neon lighting will be used as usual to accent the curves and additional lights for decoration. All these are just signs set to emission 3 with a glossy finish. The X-code for this color, if you're interested, is this. Alright guys, let's go for a quick little tour. This isn't a very big building. Alright, garage again, like before, vehicle access. The final product will be coming down to this one here, which is the modular engines, and then the adaptive control units will go in there. So if we need to, for whatever reason, grab a couple, there is an option for a vehicle to be able to do that. Alright, let's head to the distribution area. Alright, so this section is essentially where I just hand feed everything to the machines above. Since it requires quite a big variety of items, as you can see here, rotors, reinforced plates, stators, cable on that side, and we've got motor, rubber, heavy modular frames, computers, circuit boards. So because we've got such a variety of items, I decided to go for hand feeding the items. They'll go from here. There's a conveyor belt at the back. Let's have a look so you can see them there. They're at the back as well. And these just basically feed up to the machines upstairs, and the reason I went for hand feeding is just it's a lot of items and we only need a handful of items to complete phase 3. This is meant to be a low volume factory. Right, we're gonna head up and do one of the logistics floors. I'll just show you guys around, and we'll skip the other ones just because they are exactly the same. So here's the, as you can see, here's the items coming up from below from the distribution area. And then, as per usual, the little red lights for the logistics floor, and fully walkable. There you go, nice and clean. I like it like that. I like it like that. Right, we'll go up to the first production floor. Right, this is our first production floor. Just the 3 assemblers. And that's just making the smart plating and some additional automated wiring. That's basically all we need. So again, not much to this. it's just a hexagon floor layout with the curved pillars in the, on the outside, but we'll check those out in a moment. And then we've got, in this little glass case here, is some of the storage units that's going up. And then on this side, same story. And then these two are actually the ones, when the products are finished, they will be coming down. Right, let's go up to the next production floor. Like I said, we're going to skip the logistics floor because they're all the same. Alright, again, we've got a couple of items going up to the manufacturer right above us. This one is similar to another one I've used before. This blueprint, I believe, is available on the Discord. But anyways, yeah, it's again, not much to it. Maybe something that's kind of interesting is just the lighting trim going all around, just kind of illuminating it a little bit, which is kind of nice. And then the ceiling light, which I think is also kind of cool. Now, to wrap up this building, at least on the elevator side, is we've got a roof access. There we go. Little jetpad or hoverpack landing area, or jetpack. Kind of like clamp lookalike things that is there for the little curved angular beam, I suppose, and then it just kind of like collapse on top of the roof. I thought it looks kind of interesting. As you saw with the montage, it's a hexagon shape, so it's got 6 corners to this building, and then each of these legs just kind of extend from one of those corners, and then I have these small little pillars just kind of like connecting to the building. Otherwise it looked a little bit weird, just sticking out on the side, not connected, at least in the middle, to the building. So adding those just makes it a little bit more believable. And then just a lighting strip and a little decoration, little light bits on there just to distinguish it a little bit. We'll head over to a blueprint maker now and I'll show you guys how I did it. Alright, so here we go. This is the, I believe I call this, let me just have a look here. This is the arched wall pillar. So I'll put this one onto my, oh, where's my power? There we go. I'll put this on the Discord, so if you guys want to grab this, you can. So this one is, and I'll show you how I did it. It's, again, once you figure out how to do it, it's fairly straightforward. So this one, I've got 9 stacks here, and that's basically just because that's the size it can go within the Mark II blueprint maker. I've got 9 stacks up here, and then I experimented with just a couple of variations. So on this one, the ones I settled on is going to be 2 foundations out, and then 2 up, and then 1 foundation out, and then 2 up. This one, I believe this one actually is supposed to go there, because it's based on the inner one, not the outer one, so not those there. So yeah, 2 up, and then 2 out, and then 2 out. So you put up this section first, and then from there put out 2 foundations that will bring you to the edge of that one, and then you go up here and you bring 1 foundation out, and then you're going to go up and go half foundation, and then another half foundation, but in two nudges in, and then the very top one you just kind of like angle it up there. So let's grab one of these foundations and we go up 9. So it doesn't have to be 9, but the angle that I use here is basically 9. And that's just after a little bit of experimentation. So we'll do this one. It's going to be, just switch to zoop. 2, let's switch these so we can actually see what's going on here. We'll do that. And then from here, I'm going to go up to that one there. And then I went for a half one. Obviously, like I was saying, this is after a little bit of experimentation. I'm going to go up there. And then, just to get a little bit more of an angle, I went in 2, but only went up 1 foundation, 1 4-meter foundation. Now, if you look at it now, you can see it's already kind of like got a curve going up there. And then the way to make the actual curve with the pillars is, again, you grab Mr. Beam here, which is definitely our friend. And then what I do is I aim not on top there, just for consistency, not on the bottom, but in the middle of the foundation. And I then go up to the middle of that foundation. Then grab the middle of that foundation, go up to the other one, middle again, middle, 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 and then top side. Whoop, and we are falling. Okay. And then top side. So there you can see you already got your curve going out there. Now I would probably, actually no, I think this one probably needs to go up a little bit just to even the curve out a little bit. So this is kind of like where your experimentation come in. You see this angle on this one is pretty much the same. So we want it maybe a little bit steeper. So in this case what I'll do is we can maybe, and this is where the experimentation comes in, maybe bring it up a little bit, like 2 notches. We'll take these out, grab this one again, go middle and then middle again, and then on the middle, and then we head to the top. And then you're just gonna check it out again. So that doesn't look too bad. So we're gonna middle mouse to sample something that you see, and then from here we're just gonna go, so obviously we can't go through the blueprint maker, so we're gonna have to go up there. So I usually do the first one, then if you aim at the beam here, you'll see it will go to the edge. Same here, aim there, will go to the edge on this side. If I go past the middle point, it's gonna go to the edge on top. So we'll aim there, we're gonna go up, and then we're gonna bring it down just so we're right on that edge, and then we're just gonna like fill the gap in. And then again, if you want to get to that bottom bit, just aim in the, so if you look at the length of it, so in the middle, if you want to go on the bottom, go to the bottom half of it. If you want to go to top, go to the top half. So at the bottom half, lock it in, move it over, push it up, and then chuck it in there, and we're going to do the same here. And now you can see it's already starting to take shape. So let's just quickly do this one row, so I show you guys what it kind of looks like when you're almost done. So there again, over on that side. So when you always want to do the outer curve so that these corners can kind of like melt in, or kind of like just I want to say melt into each other, but just be less obvious that there is one. So for instance, you can see this one here, that's not ideal. Let's see if we can do something about that. Oh, let's go up there. Yeah, I think I moved it over slightly, or I maybe missed it when I was trying to target that section there. Now you'll see the inside's a bit off, but don't worry about that because that's going to be inside the building. Sometimes you can cover it up, but if you really want to spend time, you can probably fix this. Let's see if we can. So let's go up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, up there, and then we'll target the top other one, and we go down there. With just a little bit of patience and practice. Yeah, I screwed it. Let's try again. There we go. So with the beams, you can actually get a perfect one, the perfect corner up there. So a little bit of Z-fighting there, but you will notice that if you stand back a little bit. If you want to now expand it to like the middle section, or if you want to thicken it out a little bit, like make it a little wider, all you need to do is go onto the bottom of the existing ones, and then, no, don't come to me, and just kind of like use the existing ones just to get into position, and then from there you just need to nudge it down because you're basically snapping to the top or the bottom of it, and then from there just kind of like build it out. So you just follow the exact same one here. You've got your template here, and then take your time with the blueprints and make the blueprints nice, and then from there you can save it and then easily just chuck it into that point in there. And there you go, there's your little arch here. So fairly simple, pretty straightforward. Just once you understand the concept, it's quite easy. And then to place these down, as you saw in the beginning, I had foundations coming all the way out, and then once I placed them, as you can see there, I just extended it to the ground. And then that's the only blueprint section, and then from there I just zooped all these up, and then I put a ring on it. Thinking of the Beyonce song now. Alright, moving on. Alright, let's go have a look. We should be good to go. Oh yeah. Let's see. So I'm just gonna yoink all of these. Let's go see. There should be way more than 100 here now. Oh, almost 150. Perfect. So we needed 100. We needed 100 adaptive control units, and we needed 500 modular motors, and I believe we've got more than enough. So time to send that bad boy up. Resupply them. Right, Might as well take the elevator, why not? Alright. We need space elevator. Here we go. Completing phase 3, finally. Feels like it took ages to get here. Alright, let's see. All of those, and seal it in. And there it goes. Such a cool animation. I'd never get tired of it. Alright, Ada, what do you got?
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed.
Alright.
You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to tiers 7 and 8 in the hub. In fact, perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself. It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it,
drones,
so you should have
nuclear,
no issues.
ooh.
Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts.
These things are also crazy.
Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts. Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day?
Oh.
Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput?
No, that's bullshit.
Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity?
100% facts.
Anyway, I thought you might want to know more about your peers. Good luck in Phase 4.
Cool, Ada, thank you. Alright, let's send this bad boy off. Send it. Let's go.
Phase 3 of Project Assembly completed. Be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
We will do it with efficiency and competency and hella style. Oh, hell yes. Alright, let's go have a look. So we've unlocked a lot of tiers and milestones now. Well, 2 tiers, obviously, and a bunch of milestones. So let's go have a look. Oh, exciting. So, bauxite. So this is definitely going to be the next, probably one of the next video or two is going to, or it's probably going to be like 2, maybe 3 videos just for aluminium. And we're going to do this all on the Spire Coast. So I'm looking to move biomes for all Phase 4 things. This is going to be crazy. 780 resources per minute. I'm so looking forward to that. Hazmat suit, so we can take care of those damn radioactive nodes I've been finding all over the place. And then we've got control system development. Oh, blender. Yep, I definitely need a blender. I've got a power project in mind, which I think is gonna outdo my previous offshore oil rig. And I think it's gonna be bloody amazing, but more on that later. Let's see, tier 8 drones. Oh yeah, baby, but we need aluminium. I'm not even gonna touch on these things at the moment because I first want to finish all of these and get them done, and then I'll obviously need to update my priority list as well, so we'll do that. Well, that's it for this video. We have completed Phase 3 and we're moving on to Phase 4. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, leave me a comment, join my Discord. I've got a bunch of free blueprints for you guys available. If you want some of the more advanced things like these rail networks that I'm designing, these are all for my tier 2 patrons. And for my tier 1 patrons, you'll be able to get my world save. You can see what I've been doing, or you can just jump in here and just mess around as much as you like. And then lastly, just thank you to all my patrons. I really appreciate your support, and looking forward to bigger and better things going forward. Alright everybody, that's it for this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.